This week we're going to highlight the importance of defending your balance sheet now that the harvest crop insurance price has been set. We're also going to talk about price trends in association with the November 9th crop production report. We're also going to take a look at South American and U.S. weather trends. And we're going to wrap things up with some ongoing concerns about weak export demand for U.S. corn. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We started off the month of November here, and several important things to talk about this week. Let's get right to it. Let's look at the harvest price insurance period for crop insurance has been set now at the end of October. Let's take a look at that. Now again, the harvest price for December futures as we tape here on Tuesday, I believe it's going to be near $4.88 a bushel. Here's the key message. Some of you will get an indemnity. Some of you will not get an indemnity, but the important thing is to defend your balance sheet on any unpriced bushels that you have left from your 2023 harvest. Strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor, again, to defend your balance sheet on those bushels. Let's move forward now and look at, on November 9th, the USDA will release their crop report. This next slide looks at the change in the December corn futures and November soybean futures versus the prior day on the day that that report is released. Key message. Most of those years, there is some movement. Not every year. Last year was kind of quiet, only a 3-cent move, but some of those years it's been 5, 10, 15-cent moves in those blue bars. Again, be prepared prior to the release of the report with your strategies. Let's take a look at harvest progress here now in the U.S. We're looking at our map here where it's 71% done nationwide versus 66% on average. Notice a strong divergence. West of Mississippi, all well above average. East of Mississippi, behind average. Now let's take a look at the history of corn harvested. Again, it's 71% here over the next 2 weeks on average. We increase approximately 20%, so weather permitting, we'll be around 90% there by the middle of November. Speaking of the weather, let's take a look at the short-term forecast. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. Now we're looking at the next 7 days here, and we're looking again at that western area. Looks pretty clear, so remaining harvest looks pretty good through that first week in November. The exception is they move further east, however, particularly in Michigan, parts of northern Illinois, northern Indiana, maybe a little bit slow going this week over the next 7 days because of additional rainfall. Let's now shift our focus to South America. Last year, Argentina had a severe drought that impacted world trade, favoring U.S. corn exports. Let's take a look at where that corn is produced in Argentina. Now, 3 key provinces here in Argentina are Buenos Aires, Cordoba, and Santa Fe, and basically accounting for over 70% of the corn production in Argentina. Now, they're planting corn in Argentina as we speak. Let's take a look at planting conditions. This slide looks at the past precip here. We're looking at a measure of topsoil moisture of the last 14 days. You can see there's been some significant improvement. Again, I remind you, last year they had a drought in Argentina. This year, much better conditions as planting proceeds. Looking now at the next 14 days, you can see even more precip over that southern area of those provinces. So the key message is Argentina corn is off to a much better start this year than it did a year ago. Let's wrap things up this week looking at long-term trends in export sales from the U.S. Now we've highlighted this all throughout the summer and early fall here, is that the U.S. corn exports, particularly to China, have been notably weak compared to the last 3 years. We've now raised a red flag on this lack of demand to China, and ATI Research has subsequently lowered its annual export forecast to 1.875 billion bushels. That's 150 million bushels below the USDA at 2025. Again, on November 9th, the USDA will update their annual forecast. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. And next week on Thursday, November 9th, we'll have a live YouTube update at 11:20 a.m. Central Time following the release of the USDA Supply Demand Report. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.